You may feel it in the morning, that stiff drag out of bed. You might notice it at night. That frustrating moment when your body says no, even if your mind says go. But what if I told you that the right fruit, yes, just a piece of fruit, could be the difference between sluggish and supercharged? What if you've been ignoring nature's most powerful solution for senior male vitality? Not pills, not powders, but what's already in your kitchen. Today, we'll uncover something that's going to surprise you. Stay with me because the last fruit on this list isn't just rare. It could be the missing key to your performance, energy, and long-term vitality. This is not about snacking, it's about reclaiming strength after 70. This is top 5 fruits for men over 70. Boost energy, enhance performance, and stay vital. And before we go further, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, your trusted destination, your source for proven senior health guidance. You deserve real, research-backed strategies, not myths. Let's dive in. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room. For many men past 70, performance just isn't what it used to be. And I'm not just talking about what happens in the bedroom, though that's part of it. I'm talking about energy dips during the day, reduced muscle strength, longer recovery after walking up a few stairs, and even fading drive to engage socially or physically. This gradual decline isn't your fault. It's biology. But the good news is that biology can be influenced, even reversed, with the right daily choices. Among the most overlooked of those choices? Fruit. Now, I know what you're thinking. Fruit? Really? Isn't that just sugar and fiber? Isn't that what kids eat with peanut butter, or what sits in a fruit bowl until it goes bad? Let me tell you, for men over 70, fruit isn't a garnish. It's a tool to restore blood flow, a tool to improve cellular repair, a tool to regulate testosterone, and in some cases, even a tool to combat inflammation that's eating away at your stamina. So why fruit specifically? Because unlike processed snacks or even many supplements, fruits contain bioavailable nutrients. These nutrients are designed by nature to be absorbed effectively, especially in a gut that may not be as efficient as it used to be. That means they deliver vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and plant compounds that go directly to work where you need them most: your cells, your blood vessels, your brain, and yes, your reproductive system. Let's begin with something that's deceptively simple. Not fancy, not exotic. But what it does internally is nothing short of profound. We're talking about a fruit that's shaped like your heart for a reason, because it supports that organ like few others. But more importantly, for men over 70, it helps improve nitric oxide levels, which is a critical factor in male performance. Yes, nitric oxide, the same molecule that ED medications try to boost artificially. This fruit can help your body produce it naturally. Now imagine this: you're 74. You've noticed that walking up a hill leaves you winded. At night, intimacy feels like an effort, not a joy. You chalk it up to age. But within just a couple of weeks of incorporating this fruit daily, you begin to feel lighter. Your breathing improves. You wake up feeling more ready. What's happening is a chain reaction. Better blood flow, more oxygen delivery, more energy. And all from fruit? Yes. But only if it's the right ones, the kind that address the specific biochemical declines men face after 70. Here's another important truth. Testosterone declines by about 1% per year after your 30s. By the time you're 70, you could be running on less than half the testosterone you had in your 20s. And low testosterone doesn't just affect bedroom performance. It affects your mood, memory, strength, and even how deeply you sleep. But here's the twist. Instead of relying solely on hormone replacement therapies, which come with risks, we can look at fruit to stimulate natural testosterone support. There's a certain citrus fruit, for example, that's loaded with vitamin C, but also contains specific flavonoids that inhibit the enzymes that break down testosterone. That means your levels stay more stable for longer, naturally. It's not a spike and crash like caffeine or sugar. It's a gradual improvement, a stabilization, a biological realignment. And this matters because many men over 70 aren't just tired, they're tired of being tired. It's not just physical energy that disappears, it's confidence. And confidence is what drives everything from daily routines to deep relationships. Now let's turn to another aspect of fruit that's often ignored: antioxidants. We often throw that word around, but let me explain why it's absolutely critical for older men. Oxidative stress, think of it as rust on your cells, is one of the main drivers of aging. It damages DNA, weakens your immune system, and slows your recovery from stress or injury. The fruits we're discussing are packed with antioxidants that have been studied for their effects on aging specifically. We're not talking about vague health claims. We're talking about clinical data showing improved mitochondrial function. Those are your cell's energy generators. Let's say you're someone who used to golf regularly. Lately, you've found yourself cutting the day short. You just don't have the same spark. Your joints ache more. You recover slower. Here's the secret. Part of that isn't your joints. It's your cells. And when your cells can't recover properly, everything suffers. But just one serving of the right fruit daily, the kind rich in polyphenols, flavonoids, and key enzymes, can change the game. And what about mental clarity? Many men over 70 worry about forgetting names, misplacing keys, losing sharpness. It's frightening and it's real. Cognitive decline can be subtle at first. A little fogginess here, a hesitation there. But here's something powerful. There's a dark-colored berry, often overlooked, that contains anthocyanins, compounds proven to cross the blood-brain barrier and reduce neuroinflammation. These compounds help improve memory, focus, and even emotional regulation. You're not just boosting your brain, you're protecting it. Let's pause for a moment. If everything we've said so far is true, and science confirms that it is, then why isn't this knowledge more widespread? Why are so many older men still struggling with energy crashes, low libido, weakened immunity, and mental fog, when the answer could be sitting in their grocery aisle? The answer is marketing. We're constantly sold synthetic solutions, pills that fix one thing while breaking another, artificial energy boosters that spike and crash, expensive supplements with questionable absorption. But nature's design is elegant, whole, complete. When you eat the right fruits, you're not getting a single vitamin. You're getting a system of support that works in harmony with your aging body. So far, we've looked at how fruit can enhance blood flow, support testosterone, repair mitochondria, and even improve brain function. But there's one more critical factor we haven't talked about yet: inflammation. Chronic inflammation is like a silent fire burning through your body. It can cause fatigue, weaken your immune system, reduce your ability to build muscle, and even damage your cardiovascular system. And here's the kicker. Many fruits contain natural anti-inflammatory agents that are as powerful as some prescription medications without the side effects. Now imagine this. You're 78. You've started eating the right combination of these fruits daily. Within weeks, your joints feel smoother. Your sleep is deeper. You wake up and your first thought isn't, how much energy do I have today, but rather, what do I want to do with it? That's the transformation we're talking about. And it's not magic. It's cellular biology, influenced by fruit. In the next section, we'll walk through the specific fruits and break down exactly how each one contributes to this renewed vitality. You'll see why timing matters, how to pair them with meals, and which ones work best for morning energy versus nighttime recovery. But remember, this isn't just about fruit. It's about your future, your mobility, your presence, your ability to show up fully in life, no matter what your age says on paper. Stay with me for the next part, where we reveal each of the top 5 fruits for male vitality over 70, and why the final one could shock you. It's not from your local grocery store. It's a little harder to find, but it could be the key to reversing fatigue, reigniting performance, and enhancing your quality of life in ways you haven't felt in decades. And before we continue, if you found this eye-opening so far, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. This is your source for proven senior health guidance. We're just getting started. We're talking about fruit, not as dessert, not as garnish, but as a biological toolkit for men over 70. Energy, endurance, sexual performance, sleep, immune strength, and mental clarity, all of them can be either supported or sabotaged by what you put on your plate. And we're about to break open exactly which fruits you should be reaching for, how they work inside your body, and the unexpected twist at the end that might change how you see your health forever. So let's begin with the one fruit that gets a bad rap because of its sugar. But for the aging male body, it's nothing short of therapeutic. This fruit looks like blood. It's rich, red, and juicy. And that's no coincidence. Because when you eat it, it literally enhances your blood's ability to carry oxygen. That's right. I'm talking about the beetroot. And yes, it's technically a fruit when consumed raw and whole. Beets are loaded with nitrates, and in men over 70, dietary nitrates are converted into nitric oxide, which dilates blood vessels. That means improved circulation, especially to the areas most affected by poor blood flow, your heart, your muscles, and your reproductive organs. Imagine a man in his late 70s, call him Richard. He notices that even mild physical activity leaves him out of breath. His doctor says his heart is fine, but he doesn't feel fine. He starts adding beetroot to his smoothies just 3 times a week. Within days, he starts feeling sharper. Within weeks, his stamina improves. His wife notices. He notices. And it all began with this humble fruit. But beets are only the beginning. Let's take it further with a fruit that most seniors overlook because of its small size. Tiny, dark, and easy to toss by the handful. We're talking about blueberries. These berries are rich in anthocyanins, potent antioxidants that protect brain cells from degeneration. But here's what makes them uniquely valuable to men over 70. They improve communication between neurons. That means faster processing, better memory retention, and even emotional regulation. So let's say you're someone who has started to forget simple things, where you placed your glasses, what you meant to say, or the name of your neighbor's grandson. You laugh it off, but deep down, you're concerned. Blueberries aren't a miracle cure, but when eaten regularly, they can nourish the parts of your brain that are losing function due to age and inflammation. What's more, these antioxidants also reduce oxidative stress in the body, which helps your joints, your recovery time, and even your sleep quality. You may start the day brighter and end it calmer. That's the hidden power of these dark little fruits. Now let's talk about something exotic. A fruit you may have seen in juice or dried slices, but never thought much of. It's prized in the Middle East and Asia as a male vitality enhancer. Rich in punicolagens and polyphenols, it doesn't just fight inflammation. It stimulates testosterone production, supports the prostate, and increases endurance. Yes, we're talking about pomegranate. Here's the kicker. Pomegranate juice has been studied for its effects on arterial health. It doesn't just reduce plaque, it can reverse some of the arterial stiffness associated with aging. For a man over 70, that means better circulation to every corner of your body. When blood flows freely, everything works better. Your thinking, your strength, your ability to perform. It also supports the prostate, one of the most problematic glands for aging men. Frequent urination, discomfort, or even erectile dysfunction can often be traced back to poor prostate health. Pomegranate's anti-inflammatory compounds soothe this gland, allowing it to function more optimally. Let's now turn our attention to something tropical. This next fruit is often associated with breakfast or vacation buffets, but its benefits go far beyond the flavor. We're talking about pineapple. More than just sweet and tangy, pineapple contains bromelain, an enzyme with powerful anti-inflammatory properties. But what makes bromelain especially unique for men over 70 is how it helps break down scar tissue and support muscle repair. Let's paint a picture. You're a retiree. You've taken up walking every morning, but your knees ache and your muscles are sore for days. You wonder if you're pushing too hard. Maybe your days of physical activity are just behind you, but they're not. What's behind the pain isn't age. It's unresolved inflammation and poor tissue repair. Pineapple helps solve both. By reducing systemic inflammation and helping your body repair damaged tissue faster, it gives you another shot at enjoying your body again. It also helps digestion, a critical concern for older men. As we age, our stomach acid declines, making it harder to break down protein and absorb nutrients. Pineapple's enzymes fill that gap. Better digestion means better nutrient delivery. Better nutrient delivery means more energy, more strength, and yes, better performance. And now we've come to the twist. You've heard of the typical fruits, but this one, the final one, is a little harder to find. It's a deeply pigmented fruit, used in ancient civilizations not just for nourishment, but for strength, virility, and even as currency. It grows high in the Andes. It contains unique alkaloids and antioxidant compounds that support hormonal balance and increase endurance, not just physical, but emotional and mental. This fruit is the maqui berry. You may not have heard of it. You may not find it in every supermarket, but it is one of the most antioxidant-rich fruits in the world, even more than acai, even more than blueberries. What sets maqui apart is its ability to reduce muscle fatigue, enhance oxygen uptake, and support insulin sensitivity, a major issue for aging men who often struggle with blood sugar control. Let's say you're struggling with energy crashes. 1 minute you're up, the next you're nodding off. You might think it's just age, but it could be poor glucose regulation. Maqui berries help stabilize blood sugar, not in the way synthetic drugs do, but by nourishing your pancreas and improving your cells' responsiveness to insulin. There's also something spiritual about it. Tribes who consumed maqui berries believed it gave them longevity and clarity. And modern science is starting to confirm their wisdom. If you can get your hands on it, as a freeze-dried powder, juice, or capsule, it may be one of the most powerful tools for senior male energy and performance. So let's take a breath. You've just heard what may be the most overlooked truth in aging. Food isn't just fuel, it's medicine. And not just any food, fruits, specifically selected for what your body needs now. Not what it needed at 40, not what it needed at 50, but what it craves at 70 and beyond. And what your body craves is simple. It craves circulation, which fruits like beets and pomegranate support. It craves antioxidant protection, from berries like blueberry and maqui. It craves hormonal support, which citrus and pomegranate provide. It craves digestive help, from enzyme-rich fruits like pineapple. And it craves endurance and oxygen delivery, which every fruit on this list contributes to in a unique way. You don't need expensive regimens. You don't need synthetic hormones. You don't need a closet full of supplements. You just need to know which fruits to eat, when, and how to make them part of your routine. Maybe that means a smoothie each morning with beetroot and blueberries. Maybe it means adding pineapple chunks to your evening snack. Maybe it means sourcing maqui powder once a month and using it in your tea. Whatever the strategy, consistency is what unlocks the results. Now here's the final challenge. Don't just watch this video and move on. Choose one fruit from today's discussion. Add it to your next meal. Notice how you feel, then add another. Build your foundation one step at a time, because while aging is inevitable, decline is optional. And if this resonated with you, you know what to do. Click that like button to let us know you're committed to vitality. Subscribe for weekly updates, because we're not just a channel, we're your source for proven senior health guidance. We'll be here every step of the way with science-backed advice, smart nutrition, and natural tools to help you feel 20 years younger, inside and out. And remember, the solution isn't in the pharmacy, it's in your fruit bowl. See you in the next video. Stay strong, stay curious, and above all, stay vital.